Okay, I just wanted to make a quick video on some updates to quick.nvim for 2023 that I've been using for a while, but I think it's good to merge this to the main branch. It's nothing major, it's just a few things that I think make this configuration a little bit better. So let's go over what I have changed in this version. First of all, we have a new thumbnail, a little bit cleaner. Then I have gone ahead and changed the default theme from Tokyo Night to this a little bit special theme called rsms.nvim. rsms.nvim is basically a NeoVim version of Rasmus Andersson's Sublime theme. It's a very clean and minimal theme. It doesn't have a lot of colors, but it still manages to keep contrast between functions and methods and variables and everything you can imagine. I can show you a bit what this looks like. I prefer it. And it might be a better theme to start off with because it doesn't feel as opinionated perhaps than Tokyo Night. We've replaced the surround.nvim plugin because this package is actually not maintained anymore. But this was forked and this is now the one that is maintained. It works exactly the same, the configuration is the same, the dependencies are the same. So the only difference is it's not going to fail when it installs. So that's a good thing. Another thing I've added a shortcut for restarting Conquer of Completion. For some reason, Conquer of Completion it's a little bit weird because I'm not sure if it's always been this way, but if I, for example, go ahead and, for example here, if I open up Vim and I go into some file here, and then I go ahead and install a package, and then I go back here, the TypeScript server is actually not going to work. It's not going to... Sometimes it just completely stops working, like hovers don't work, errors, warnings don't work, but sometimes it just doesn't recognize this new install package. So if I would do something like this, it wouldn't pick this up. So then you would have to go colon, COC restart, enter, and I will have to keep do this a lot. So I just mapped this to leader C. So in my case, it's space C, so it's very fast. Maybe this isn't a problem for other people, but it's a problem for me, so I'm going to add it. It doesn't hurt to keep it there, I guess. But if you want to map that specific shortcut to something else, you can of course go ahead and change it. I've also done some updates to the COC config because in recent versions they've actually changed the way you select new items in the completion list. So for example, when you do control space here, I basically have a tab, so I can go ahead and tab up and down. I think this is actually a bit different from what it is in the main branch. I believe tab would actually select the first item, but I prefer this. They just changed the API for how this is done. We can just take a quick look here on the changes. So before you would basically do something like this, you would emulate it by like running the shortcut. But now they have, they probably had this before as well, but now this is the recommended way of doing it. And if you don't do it this way, you're going to get a warning every time you open NeoVim, which is a bit annoying. Let's Let's see. And yeah, then there were a couple of small formatting issues, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I believe I'm going to merge this when I quit this video. And you can just go ahead there and git pull this. Just make sure your changes are stashed, or it might be a good idea to just check out your stages or your changes in another branch, commit them, and if something doesn't work or something doesn't feel right to you, you can just keep using the old version. I did have some more like specific changes that I've done, but I wanted to keep those out of this pull request because quick.nvim is my configuration, but it's also a configuration that you use, and I don't want to put something that's way too specific or way too personal in there. So that's why I have, you probably can see this, I have my basically own branch in here where I keep my stuff. So you can go ahead and try that out as well if you want to. I'm going to make sure that's in sync. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you're gonna like the changes. If you have any questions, just submit an issue or pull request or something, and I will take a look at it. Yeah, peace out.